Welcome, skaters out there, to another episode of the GSSN new show. This one is going to be a World Championship special where we're going to look forward to the upcoming World Championships here in Hamar, Norway. I am joined by
Jordan STOLZ and Bob Corby.
I'm a big fan of both of you guys. I think you're super fun being around and obviously very successful when it comes to speed skating. So I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And hope you're ready to answer a few questions.
I guess I'm ready.
Jordan, how has your season been this year? I feel like the question answered itself because you won the 500, the 1,000, and the 1,500 World Cup. But let's hear from you.
Well, I think the beginning of the season was really strong. Went to the 4 continents and competed really well. I skated some fast times. Even after I did a team pursuit, I still had a good 1,000 after that. So then I kind of knew I was strong, and then going into the next World Cups, and obviously you're not sure how the other skaters are going to do, but I was still strong then. I was competing well, winning a lot of races, and near the end in China I started getting a bit tired, but not too tired that I could, still compete well. And yeah, so far everything's been going good. I think I've been holding a steady shape kind of the whole season until I had like a little illness, or a big illness, whatever. but I think I'm getting the shape back and should be in time for this weekend.
So we're going to see another triple gold?
I would like to. It would be great to go 3 for 3, right? So.
Yep.
I got my fingers crossed. A question here for the Bob Corby, Jordan's coach. We're in Hamar. We've been here, the 3 of us got here a little earlier than most people. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the conditions here, the ice, being in Hamar? Is there anything that you guys do differently in the training setup because it's here in Hamar compared to other places?
No, I don't think anything different here in Hamar. I started coming to Norway in 1971, right after the Civil War, and so I've been here a lot. Although this is the first time, my first trip to the Viking ship. So and just from skating yesterday to today, there was a big change in conditions. So I think the ice is going to be great for the competition.
Yeah, I agree. Ice felt pretty quick. Skated some fast times, so we'll see.
What skaters, other than Jordan here, do you think we should be looking out for that we maybe wouldn't expect to do really good here at the World Championships? I know, obviously Jordan's been very consistent at the top of basically every World Cup. Femke is more or less unbeaten, but then besides that, we've seen different people kind of end on top of the podium in the rest of the distances. Who do you have as your favorites in the races you're not skating yourself?
My favorites in the races I'm not skating, there's Sander and there's Gyoto. I can't remember how Gyoto did in Heronveen. It wasn't too good, right?
He had a tough race.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it'll be close between him and Sander, especially since Sander's in Norway, his home track, and
that's a good point.
Yeah. So, and maybe there's pressure on Gyoto because of that, but I think Gyoto's strong enough to deal with that. So we'll see. It's a toss-up. Yeah. What do you think, Corby?
Well, in like Sander and Gyoto, that's going to be a really fun race to watch there. They're so good, and they're going to be hammering each other, and we just kind of know that. And I think just generally the Norwegians are going to do really well here. And then and my sleeper is Marika Grunewald, because she has been up and down, but I found out in Heronveen that she won 16 record-setting marathons this season. She raced 16 marathons on top of all of her races. So I think if she gets a good rest coming into World Championships, I think she's going to do really well.
That's an interesting underdog.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to add, I think it's pretty impressive just skating 16 marathons in addition to winning them. It's pretty cool, but even just skating them it's pretty extraordinary.
Right.
Then after the World Championships, you were skating the Silver Ball.
Yeah.
100-meter race taking place in the Elfstedenhal in Leeuwarden in the Netherlands. You've been there before?
Yep. I raced there 2 times. Never won it, so.
The one that got away. How are you approaching that?
Well, it looks like it's going to be probably the toughest one this year with Koshkin doing it and Laurent. And I think there's some other people, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one, I think. Hopefully I can get on the podium. We'll see. If I'm feeling rested and good, no hip flexor pain from this previous weekend after I competed at the championships, we'll see.
Okay. I'm excited for it. I've never been there. I'm going to go here with the show and try and film some behind the scenes and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Will be very exciting if you ask me. So given this is also the last big event of the year, next year is going to be the Olympic year. Is there anything you guys are going to do differently next year compared to this season?
Well, I think he did a lot of traveling in the summer and went to Inzel and stuff, so I think we'll limit that a little bit and try and concentrate a little bit more on consistent training. And that was planned because after winning World All-Arounds, then it was kind of like, okay, let's take the pressure off a little bit and get a little break before the Olympic year. So I think that's the main difference for next summer.
You agree, Jordan, or are you
I
going to
agree,
travel town?
Yeah, no, I'm going to stay at home for the most part. And usually when, the past couple of summers when I stayed at home and just woke up every day and trained, as hard as I could and then just stayed in my own space, I felt like I just get super strong. So if I do that again this year, I think it'll work out well. Try and get stronger than I am this year, so yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be very strong. No. Yeah, wishing both of you the best of luck here in Hamar. And, crossing my fingers for some goals.
Hope so. Thank you.
Thanks all for coming on the show. I know a lot of people are super interested in, you guys and what made you a winning pair, and myself included. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this the end of the show?
Is there anything we want to add?
No, not really.
Do you have any final notes, Jordan?
Final notes on anything? Just
anything. Solve world hunger is the time.
I don't know. I didn't get to see Kong Shog's interview before mine, so I don't know exactly what he said about me. But I hope it was all nice things. He said if we have another Poland type race, he's gonna kill me. So we'll see.